Space Heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
On 1st and 10, Carson, and the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Carson, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Now, these two teams you might remember met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Off the play fake. Carson.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw on third down. Carson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Here's Jack Fox now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Oh, the return is Callaway. 13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, the run is Nwogu.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the give is Nwogu.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On play action, Lawrence.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down at 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Back to throw. Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now Callaway on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on Lyle Collins, free agent signee who was originally thought of as a first-round draft pick.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
2nd and 5 now.
Lawrence.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Lawrence.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now a give, running left is Nwangu.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Carson. And his throw here's incomplete. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that can be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Returnable here for Callaway. Some strong running. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
Touchdown! Robbie Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Washington, nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of...
There he goes left side. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Kene Nwangu.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Once more, Gibson.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Gibson again.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Back to throw. Carson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
165 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
70, Indy. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Right there, 54, right there.
Now it's Nwangu.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play here for Dallas. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Nwangu.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. You can't block me. You can't block me.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Nwangu.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On the draw, it's Nwangu.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down now, it's Logan, and he stopped immediately there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Lawrence.
And it's caught.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Check pass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. On 1st down, Carson.
Claypool with another catch.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
On the draw, it's Gibson. Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Check curls.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Washington going to send out their punter,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Look at the spin.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into 4th. 62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
So this one will end in a victory